Alrighty, evening ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through on this Thursday night. One more day, it's Friday tomorrow. Whew, it's Friday tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Friday tremendously. Can you believe there's only 49 days left to the 30th of November? Then it's Puza Thursday for 31 days. 49 days left. That's all we've got left in this year, and then it's December. Absolutely crazy how fast 2017's passed. I wonder if we're even going to remember it. We're going to look back in 5 years' time and say, I don't even remember 2017. It just disappeared. Do you remember how much we hated 2016? There were all those like funny memes at the end of last year about how badly we wanted 2016 to end. I think we just missed 2017. It was just like a non-event. Anyway, I'm glad it's nearly over. Christmas holidays coming up. It's going to be a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you are sitting in the halls of DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. We were first founded in 1952, so we're nearly 65 years old. So this is not a startup that you're sitting at this evening. You might not have heard of DuePoint, but I promise you we've heard of you, because we've been around for so long. We knew your granddad and your mom and your sister, and we know 65 years old. Tonight, I want you to be comfortable with who you're dealing with. This is not some kind of funny thing from China or Russia or America. Homegrown South African financial services company. You can look us up on the JSC's website under Conduit Capital. And you can, of course, go to the Financial Services Board and to our own website and to YouTube and everywhere, and you will find every detail you need to know about DuePoint and Constantia on all of those sites. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number there. After this presentation, go outside, look at all of our licenses, certificates, and associations. They're on the wall for you to look at. We want you to be comfortable with the business and with the team. The team is here, ladies and gentlemen, to support you in every way. At DuePoint, that's what we do. When you join us this evening, I want you to have absolute comfort with us because we're going to be spending a lot of time with you. In the corner over there, best looking of the lot is myself, Brendan Benfield, senior executive here. I'm the founder of the division. Don't laugh so hard. Rob always tells me it's the other way around. I think it's this way. Anyway, I've been in the industry for 20 years. I'm a chartered accountant. We got Tim next to me, next best looking. Tim over here. He was spent 15 years in the banking industry. Worked for the First Rand Group, FNB, RMB. Actually reported directly to the CEO before he joined us here. This is Stacey. Stacey's our other resident chartered accountant and auditor specialist in our business. She came from Deloitte's, thankfully, not KPMG. Then we've got Jane over here. She is our international correspondent. She lived in the UK for many years and moved to South Africa about a decade ago. And she brings with us her international experience with direct selling. And then we've got Rob over here. Rob's our design guy. He spent the last 20 years running his own digital design firm that specialized in financial services. And everything that you see, feel, and touch here has been designed by Rob. But more importantly than all of that is that we're actually all here. You don't have to Skype us into a prison in Russia or anything like that. You know exactly where we are all the time. Monday to Saturday, you're going to find us in these four walls here. We have telephone numbers, email addresses, postal addresses, faxes, and a physical address. You know where to find us. And so we want you to have comfort with what and who we are as DuePoint. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? We have two objectives. Our primary objective, the very reason for our existence and the passion of the people that work here, is that we want to be part of the economic solution in South Africa. We want to put into the hands of all South Africans a tool that they can use to create reliable, stable, and recurring income. Income that they are in control of. Right now, we live in an economy where all of us are in a position of non-control. We do not get to control our income in any way, shape, or form. As full-time employees, someone else told you how much you were going to earn the day you arrived. Someone else tells you what increase you're going to have every year. And someone else tells you if you get a bonus or if you get retrenched. You have no control over that. We see 30,000 South Africans becoming unemployed every month at the moment. 433 between January and June this year alone. 433,000 people who had no choice in it, who have no control over the outcome. That's the position we're all in here at DuePoint. Here in South Africa. Now, what else we don't have control over is the economy that we live and work in as well. What are we seeing happening every day in the South African economy? Prices are skyrocketing. Absolutely skyrocketing. The other week, Rob and I were at a restaurant just across the road here, and we were gobsmacked at the prices in the menu. You should walk into a restaurant just for fun and say, please pass me the menu. Your eyes will start watering as you see the prices on this menu. For the price of an entire, I remember when I was much younger, and I'm only 21, but when I was much younger, I took my wife on a special anniversary dinner to a place called the Coachman's Inn. It's just down here on Peter Place. Super fancy. I was going all out, okay? I was still young. I was still trying to impress. Now, not so much. But then I was, okay? And we went out Coachman. I remember the Coachman's was just ridiculously expensive. It was like you could only go there once every 10 years. It was so expensive. And we had a 4-course meal with wine, and it was 334 Rand for the two of us. And I was appalled at how much that had cost me. Now, a steak costs 280 Rand. A steak! The prices are out of control in South Africa. They've told us that inflation's been 6% per annum. Now they've come out more recently and said, no, it's actually been about 17% per annum. 17%. That means prices are doubling about every 3 years at the moment. Every 3 years, prices double. We, as ordinary citizens, have no control over that whatsoever. We lose our jobs, we earn too little, and we're in an environment where every day the cost of living in South Africa is more expensive. There's nothing we can do about it. We at DuePoint want to put control back in your hands. We want to put a tool in your hand that you can control. A tool that you can start eradicating things like debt in your life with. A tool that you can start bridging the gap between what you currently earn and what you need to survive with. That's what we want to do. A tool that doesn't create income that's here today, gone tomorrow, but a tool that creates recurring, stable income that's there every single month. That's what we're trying to achieve here. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective is that we are modernizing our business into a 21st century business. We want our customers connected to us 24 hours a day. We don't want you to have to wait until we open in the morning before you can communicate with us. We want you connected 24 hours a day. We also want you to be able to have an opportunity to look into the financial services industry through a window, a glass window, and see how this industry, this massively regulated and complicated industry works without having to breach any of the requirements and regulations of the industry. With those two objectives put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is super simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has one task, the task of connecting people to DuePoint. That's it. Not selling, not presenting, not advertising, not marketing, definitely not building websites or Facebook pages or anything. Just connecting individuals to us here at DuePoint. When you connect people to us, you create penetration into the South African market. That penetration allows us to facilitate the purchase of our products into segments of the market we could never get to under normal marketing exercises. By doing that, we create revenue. When we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income for you. Why is it recurring? Because we use financial services and lifestyle products here. They run on debit orders that are automatically raised every month, whether you're lying in hospital or lying on the beach. They get raised. This is not a good peddling system that we have here. You don't go and buy a box of creams and energy drinks and deer antler velvet mouth sprays and all these other things that I've heard of and have to run to your friends every month to try and sell it to them. That does not create recurring income. That creates income that's here today and gone tomorrow. That's not what we want. With financial services, those debit orders run every month, and every month that they paid, your income comes in. Our hope is for your lifetime. That's what we've created. That is our first foundational piece in our system. The second layer in our system is the ability for you to duplicate yourself in others. We know that all of you don't have a lot of time. Nobody's ever going to tell you at DuePoint to quit your job. Not ever. That would be ridiculous. You're adding this system to your life, and we know you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time. But where you can utilize the little bits of time that lots of people have, all of a sudden you've got a lot of time to use towards building a different economic future for yourself. And we build that into our system. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not an employment opportunity. We are not hiring anyone here. We are not recruiting or sponsoring anyone here at DuePoint. These are the things you might have done before. You do not need to do them here. At DuePoint, we simply put a tool in your hands. It's just a tool. It's your tool. You leave with it, and I'm going to either never talk to you again or I'm going to talk to you lots, depending on how much you use the tool. It's in your hands. You are completely independent of us in the DuePoint system. Folks, there is absolutely no cost in becoming a wealth engineer, and therefore there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. One of the things that we keep losing in South Africa is our money. To everything that arrives at our shores, they take our money. At DuePoint, we have specifically designed the system to the best of our ability to avoid financial loss for you. No startup costs, no application form costs, no monthly fees, business fees, marketing fees, no starter kits or books that you have to buy. No money will leave your pockets when you become a wealth engineer. In addition, it does not require any specific qualifications or experience. As I said to you, we have created a system that allows you to look into the financial services systems and industry of South Africa, not actually be involved. You're not brokers, you're not representatives, you're not advisors, you're not advertisers of ours. And as a result, everybody can be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. You are building an asset. Something that we do not do as South Africans is create generational legacy. And it is what we want to do here at DuePoint. We want to create something that can be passed on generation to generation. Because you can price your channels with us at DuePoint, you have recurring income, you can calculate a price, you can pass it on to others, you can sell it, transfer it, and it will be handed over to your children one day when you pass away, and they will earn the income that you have created during your lifetime. They can choose to grow that asset even bigger, that channel even bigger, if they so do. This is part of how we will become part of the economic solution in South Africa. Then, folks, we have gone and we've looked at direct selling in South Africa. We've said, what are the things that we all hate the most about direct selling? If you think about any network marketing company, I'll bet you start cringing before you've even named them. We sat down and we said, let's get rid of all the things we hate. Firstly, we hate selling. We hate selling. Most of us do not want to ruin our name or our ego or our reputation with our friends by trying to sell them some ridiculous item. Okay, great. No selling whatsoever at DuePoint. You play no part at all in the sales transaction at DuePoint. That is what we do. The next thing that we don't like, presentations. I've got to learn how to become a presenter, get accredited, learn about the products, all sorts of nonsense. Get a venue, pay for the venue, get people to come. No, you don't have to do any presenting at DuePoint. There's only 2 people that ever do presentations at DuePoint, and that's me and Rob. And it's jackpot night for you guys tonight because I'm much better than Rob. We're the only 2 people. Sometimes Tim backs us up, but generally it's just the 2 of us to do the presentations. You never ever have to do a presentation ever again in your life about anything, but particularly about the DuePoint system. This is a system of complete convenience for you. You have the one task of connecting people. How do you do that? There's 4 ways. There's only 4 ways. The first way, you go to our information counter after this and you buy one of our USB sticks. 170 Rand, and wham presto, you've got us presenting on that USB stick. You plug it into your computer or your TV any time of the day, there we are giving the DuePoint presentation. The second way, if you live in Gauteng and can get to our offices, we present Monday through Saturday out of these offices. Come in here, bring your guests and acquaintances, sit them down, and we'll do the presentation to them like we're doing to you right now, Monday through Saturday. Then the third way, the most important way, the number one way you connect people and you be connected to DuePoint is through our YouTube channel. You go to DuePoint channel and you will find everything there is to know and is about DuePoint there. Every presentation we've ever done, including this one, is on YouTube right now. You can go pick your favorite one any time of the day, anywhere in the country. You click a button and we're doing the presentation to anyone you want to connect to DuePoint. It is a system of complete convenience for you. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live streams. Every day, night times, lunch times, mornings, we do presentations. Every one of them is broadcast across the country, live. If you're sitting at work, at home, in a coffee shop, at church, as long as you've got your phone or a tablet and an internet connection, you click 2 buttons on that phone and that tablet, and there we are live on your screen anywhere in the country. These 4 ways mean that you never ever have to feel embarrassed. You never ever have to be inconvenienced in building your channel with us here at DuePoint. Now, as you connect people to us, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. And they'll want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. As these people go out and connect individuals to us, some of them too will want to become wealth engineers, and again, we'll allocate them to you. And this will occur over and over again over time until you've got a channel that stretches across our country. We've seen this over and over again at DuePoint. Then we come along as DuePoint, not you, we come along as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products into your channel, and your money and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I know that that's what you're hoping for. You, of course, would say, no, I hope this is not a get-rich-quick, but I know you're all hoping it's a get-rich-quick scheme. Folks, we are all desperate in South Africa. That's why we keep falling for these things that take our money, because we are so desperate. At DuePoint, this is a genuine lifetime income earning opportunity, which means, like everything that is genuine, it comes with a price. That price is your time. That's what you're going to pour in to building a different success in the DuePoint system. Like your careers, how much time have you spent in them? Like if any of you started your own business, you never expected it to be profitable and making you rich in the first year. No, you knew it would take time. And with the DuePoint system, because it's not a scheme or a scam or a shape, it requires time for you to succeed in. But for those of you who commit the time, there are two ways that we reward you. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product that's paid successfully in your channel via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you run out, you talk to a couple of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers and pay for their products. When they pay for them, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. It's not 1 Rand, it's not 5 Rand, it's not 12 Rand, it's 55 Rand. 21st century material money. These few guys go out, they talk to a few people, some of them become wealth engineers, they pay for their products, and again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. In this particular example, you've been here a few minutes. You've put a handful of people in, and you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. It's not life-changing, but it's material. You feel it immediately through the DuePoint system. Now, as you commit time and energy and effort in growing your channel, we pay you on a reducing basis down to the 8th point in your channel. But remember, we're creating generational legacy here. So there is no limit to your potential at DuePoint. There is no limit to the size of the channel that you can create with DuePoint. From the 8th point onwards, you will always earn 4% of R27.50 where you qualify to earn. You hand it over to your children one day, maybe you put 25 points in, maybe they put another 25 points in. You've got a 50-point channel. As long as they qualify to earn, they'll earn 4% on every point from the 8th point through to the 50th point. If you want to learn how to qualify in our system, go to our YouTube channel. It's a 6-minute video. It explains our entire earning system to you in 6 minutes. That's how complicated it is. Very simple. Once you understand that you have no limit to your potential at DuePoint. So practically speaking, how much does that translate into? Well, show me the money. Now, that's a very difficult question to answer, because every single one of you is going to build in a different way. Some of you are going to do nothing. Don't know why. None of us are going to stop you here, but you're going to choose to do nothing. Others of you are going to be building at a medium pace, others at a very fast pace. We can't calculate exactly what you're going to earn. But what we did is, we took 20 years of data and we said, can we, in this data, work out conservatively milestones you could expect to achieve and reach with the DuePoint returns program? And we used a growth formula that we think is very realistic. We called it the 3+2 growth formula. In your first month with us, we expect you to put 3 people on your first point. 3 people in an entire month. We kind of felt that was reasonable. Then in every other month after that, you're expected to put just 2 people on your first point. Now, of course, you can do anything you like. You can put nobody in your channel, or you can put 100 people a month in. I'm just trying to give you an example and some reasonable milestones to work to. 2 every month from your second month on. You're responsible for it. Now, if you can do that, and you can work with your teams, the guys you put in to do the same thing, and we apply our lapses and our cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2, we reckon that in your first 6 months with us, you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Some of you are like, Others of you are like, well, that would change my life, an extra 2.5. It's 30,000 Rand a year that you have now created reasonably, stably through the DuePoint system in 6 months with us. It's kind of like March, April next year. Remember, you haven't quit your job. You're getting that earning still. This you do on top of it. It's extra. And you now get what you paid at work and an extra 2,500 Rand a month. Now, if you can push through to a year with us, we think you can reasonably expect to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's this time next year. 49 days left to the end of November next year, and you will be on 9,000 to 10,000. We think that's a reasonable estimate of what you'll be on, 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. 120,000 Rand of extra income you've just added to your household income. So, like money is like oxygen. If you think right now about what it feels like to get your salary plus 10,000 rand. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? You think about your list of problems, how many are eliminated with an extra 10,000 rand a month? Now, as I said to you, you don't have to do 3 plus 2. You can do any formula you like. You could be here next year earning nothing. That's a decision I'm going to leave in your hands. Many people quit about there. Now, you'll see this thing goes on like this. I'm going to be going for that's where we lose most people. Why do we lose people after 3 months? I don't know. Maybe because it's too much like hard work, having to talk to people. Maybe. That's all you got to do. You just got to say, do you need more money? Yes. Click. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do. There's no convincing. There's no selling. It's, do you need more money? If you find the 0.5% who say no, that's really bad. And that's really unlucky for you. Because there's 99.5% out there who are desperate. And you go, do you need? Yes. Click. And you play that. And yet, 3 months from now, many of you are not going to be here. And I don't understand why. But I'm going to leave it in your hands. Now, if you are one of those people who pushes through the first 3 months, pushes through a year, and gets to 2 years with us, we think it's a reasonable estimate that you'll be earning around 27 to 30,000 rand a month with us. 360,000 rand a year. 360,000 rand a year. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon that'll rise to about 45 to 50,000 rand a month, 600,000 rand a year. If you can get to 4 years with us, 4 years. Have you ever committed to anything for 4 years? If you can get to 4 years, we reckon it'll be about 60 to 65,000 rand a month, 720,000 rand a year. And if you can do half a decade with us, 5 years, 60 months, not 3 months, not 5 weeks, not 5 days, 5 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year, and you are now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. We feel that this is quite reasonable, quite conservative. We get different responses. Some people say to me, Brendan's too slow. That's quite common, especially from those people who are 3 months in. They go, no ways, I've been here forever, and I'm only earning 500 rand a month. 3 months in. I get that a lot. Guys, it takes a long time. The price you pay is time because it's real. It's genuine. We're not shipping back off to China once we've taken your money. This is the real deal. We're trying to be part of the economic solution in South Africa. You're going to have to put time in. How many years have you spent in your employment? 5, 10, 15 years? How come you're happy to go back there every Monday morning? Have they been increasing your income at the rate you wanted? I challenge all of you to go to your boss tomorrow and say, I would like an increase every month for the next 6 years. You just tell me how that conversation goes, okay? Here you're in charge. The tool is yours. You will decide what increase you get every day, every month. It's yours. And it's genuine, so it comes with the price of time. Other people say, Brendan, this is not real. It's just marketing. I get that nonsense speech every now and then. People say, it's just another one of those things. No, it's not. This is not anything like one of those things. And we've already proven it on the ground, which is what we like to do. How are people actually using our system? Every month we select a couple of people. Of those that actually choose to use the tool, so that's why we like to show them to you. Those who don't choose to use the tool, you can just look around you. It's going to be like 80% of you. So just those. So we don't show them. We only show the 20% who get down and actually use the tool and work on it. This month's selection included Sifiso. Sifiso is here in Joburg. He's a great guy, works hard. He's got a full-time job in a relatively senior position. He cannot get here during the day. He does this after hours. He joined us 5 months ago and now has a channel worth 9,000 rand a month. 5 months ago. Remember I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 rand a month and a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000 rand. He did it in 5. I still think those are good targets that I gave you, and I don't think you should be disappointed if you're not on 9 in 5 months. You might not be as skilled as him in this, I don't know. I'm just saying that your decision is what dictates this outcome. We've got Reinhold and Rambi. Joined us 5 months ago. The two of them both work full-time. Reinhold's often not here, he's often traveling with work. Okay? And yet, between the two of them, they've built a channel with 9,500 rand in 5 months. Then we've got Roelof and Marsha. Joined us 20 months ago. 20 months ago. And 20 months down, they're earning 34,000 rand a month. 400,000 rand a year is what their channel is worth to them. 400,000 a year. Now, I said it would take 2 years to get to 27 to 30,000 rand. 2 years. They're 20 months in, and they're on 34,000. The decision is yours. There are many people that are not earning anything after 20 months. They made different decisions. But Roelof and Marsha made the decision to do this. and they're earning it. Are these people doing it full time? No. Not one of the people that I've showed you this evening do DuePoint full time. This is all an add-on to their lives. We have got people who do them full time. They earn 60, 70, 80, 100,000 rand a month. Okay? But that's a decision they've made, and they pour days of time into the construction of their channels with us here at DuePoint. You can go to YouTube and see many testimonies. Must be 60, 70 testimonies now of people who are using the returns program at DuePoint. Some are earning 1,000 rand a month. Some are earning 3,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 60,000 rand. You can see them all on our YouTube channel. Go and watch them and see how these people are using our tool. Now, the second way that you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. This is how we teach you from beginner to expert. You might not know how to do this. That's fine. We'll teach you how to do it. Through a series of steps and programs, we teach you through the process. And as you complete those steps, we give you XP points. They're called experience points. They're not worth anything. They are simply a measure of your experience with us here at DuePoint. And as you gain experience and as you grow your channel, and you meet the criteria in our training program, we rank you up. And as we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning with a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit bigger and a bit more experience, so does the cash. And then from about rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. Tools we know are going to help you accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick from the States. It plugs into every single electronic device. It's full of our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to connect people to DuePoint anytime, anywhere in the country. Then at rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards, custom made for you, worth 12,500 rand. Gold gilded, gold printed, your cards. When you hand those cards out, people are going to want to know what DuePoint is and who and what you do for DuePoint. If you want to see a set, go to our glass cabinet. You'll see what a 12,500 rands worth of business cards looks like. Absolutely incredible. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, business class, all expenses paid, 5-star hotel. Every year for the rest of your life. Now, it's pretty cool, but you guys are all ranked 0. And that's a long way from rank 9. A long way. Luckily for you, though, 2 things. 1, we go every year. And 2, this is not a business where you start at 0 in January every year. This is an accumulation business. Remember, we're being real here. We're not being funny. We're being real. You build your business. What you build in this year, you will start with in January. And you'll be that much closer to being ranked 9 then. Then you will build next year. Maybe you don't even make it next year. That's fine. What you've built across this period of time is what you will start with in the January the next year. For those who persist, for those that can commit over time, they will make rank 9. And when they do, we take them and their family away on holidays like these. This is where we're actually going this year, December.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
so it looks like it should be okay. We got 2 planes full coming with us already, 2 business class flights full of individuals joining us this year on our trip. And whether you join us or not, well, that's really up to you. It would be very difficult for you to achieve it now, but that's fine. You can still make it next year, and the year after, and the year after. These are decisions you will make, not us here at DuePoint. At rank 11, we give you another very interesting and useful tool. It's your own car. It is not branded or rented to you or financed through us or given to you and taken away. It's your car that you get at rank 11. We want you to build your future with it here at DuePoint. Then every month, as part of our training programs, we run what are called wealth quests, bite-sized training exercises, each with a different set of criteria every month, and each with a different tool rewarded to all who complete the criteria of these wealth quests. This particular month, we've got our explosive growth wealth quest. And explosive growth means, for this month, you have to put 7 people in on your first point. So remember, we used the 3+2 growth formula. That was crazy conservative. You would just put 2 people in a month. Here we said this month, if you want explosive growth in your channel, put 7 people on your first point. Get 2 qualified and get everybody paid by the end of this month. And if you can do that, you'll get an Apple iPhone. A new one, not my second-hand one. A new one that you will peel out of the box. A tool you can use. You'll also get bonus XP. Every month, the tool that is rewarded for our XP quests, our wealth quests, is different. Some months it's iPhones, other months it's iPads, smart TVs, data, Wi-Fi routers, all the things you need to become effective channel builders here at DuePoint. And so this month you have the opportunity to get your very own Apple iPhone. If you're a wealth engineer right now, and you have got a few people who were wealth engineers before, but who have canceled their membership as wealth engineers, and you can get 3 of them to reinstate their membership with us this month and get them paid by the end of the month, you will get a bonus 3,000 Rand on top of that iPhone. Sounds like it's worth it, isn't it, guys? Huh? I mean, if you went to Apple right now and you said, what are your criteria for me getting an iPhone? What would Apple tell you? Credit card with about 11,000 Rand or 12,000 Rand on it, wouldn't they? Yes. Here you have to find 7 people. Get them qualified. 2 of them qualified. And you get an Apple iPhone. It's worth it, is it not? 49 days to change your economic future. Let's get cracking, guys. Let's get cracking. Now, people tell me, Brendan, how do you afford this? How does the business fund itself? Well, it's all done through product payments. Exactly like the financial services industry traditionally does, that's insurance and banking. We spend hundreds of millions traditionally on advertising, do we not? You see us on TV, billboards, radio station adverts, SMS campaigns, everywhere you see us advertising, and it costs a fortune. We reverse engineer the cost of that into your product prices every month. Your funeral cover, your banking fees, your car insurance, all of that contains 30 to 50% next month's marketing cost. Now, we do exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we do 0 advertising, 0. You will never see a DuePoint advert or hear a DuePoint advert. Why? Because we use you. You connect us to individuals in South Africa. And all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Cheetah billboards is all now available for you and your channel. That's the simple maths of how this business runs. I'm happy to talk to you in detail afterwards. We then come along as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of 3 products in your channel. Not you. Do not run out and advertise our products. You are not allowed to. We contract you out of it. That's my job. That's DuePoint's job. But for your own interest this evening, here are the 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 299 Rand a month, and for it, you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. It's a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means any money you have in that account is immediately available to you. We take 100 Rand of the 299 and we put that 100 Rand in your investment account every month. So the actual cost of this product is 199 Rand a month to you. This is not a savings account, ladies and gentlemen. We're not opening a bank account for you that gives you 3% interest every year. No. This is an investment account. Your money is then invested into the stock exchange and you become a shareholder in the South African economy. The second product that you get is our personal accident cover, 110,000 Rands worth of it for that other 199 Rand. Our second product, ladies and gentlemen, is our Wealth Guard product. It costs 274 Rand a month, and for that 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. Folks, this is not funeral cover. This is not life insurance or life cover. This is accident-only cover. It covers you where you die from an accident. Why does it not cover natural causes and illness? Everybody always freaks out when we say this. No. I need natural causes, and I need illness cover. All right, well, there's a couple reasons why we don't include it. The primary one is it flies in the face of our primary objective at DuePoint. What is our primary objective at DuePoint? To put income in the hands of South Africans. If we add illness and natural causes, what do we automatically need to start doing? Underwriting. Underwriting means that half the people you bring to me we can't cover. They have pre-existing conditions, cancer, diabetes, AIDS, STDs, and I go, I'm sorry, you can't put them in your channel. And we falter on our primary objective of building your income. Secondly, of course, if you go and do some statistical research, you'll know between the ages of 2 and 65, you've got a greater chance of dying from an accident than an illness, whether you want to believe it or not. You will be run down, you will be shot, you will fall off a ladder, you will die in an airplane crash. All of those things will occur statistically more often than you die from disease. Over the age of 65, that's a different story. Those are the two reasons why we do accident cover only, primarily so that we continue to pursue our primary objective. Our third product, our non-insurance, non-financial services product, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club, and you get access to all of the discounts, prices, account managers, and vouchers that we get as a 65-year-old corporate. We have a host of suppliers that cover groceries, gifts, travel, entertainment, exercise, and gym. We've got all of them in there, and for 274 Rand a month, you get access to all of those discounts. We love this product. It's absolutely superb product with fantastic benefits. That, ladies and gentlemen, is DuePoint, which means that you are now forced to make a decision. We've locked the doors. You cannot get out. No, quickly lock the door. You can't get out. You have to make a decision. Now, for us, the decision is pretty simple. We have worked extremely hard. We have put a lot of capital, time, and expertise into creating a viable and genuine solution for every South African. For you, it's a decision about whether you can change your mindset. For many, it is difficult to understand the ability to earn income outside of full-time employment. Full-time employment is failing us around the world right now. We need to get you guys something you can use, control, and create legacy with. If you wish to become a wealth engineer this evening, it's not going to cost you anything. You're going to have to get out your iPad, your smartphone, or tablet, or use one of our iPads outside, hook up into the free Wi-Fi, go to DuePoint.net. That's our website. That's where we exist. Click the apply button and fill out the form. It'll take you 5 minutes, and you're a wealth engineer. We'll send you a W number, and it is your asset. That W number represents whatever you're going to do with your future. It doesn't go into some kind of structure. It's yours. And you will choose whether to make it worthless or magnificent. Folks, we have all the tools for you if you want to get serious about this business. If you're serious, you can get them all at our info counter, or you can order them at info@DuePoint.net. There's our USB stick with a presentation on it. Get it. Then you have our presentation in your pocket, 170 Rand. You've got our power banks to stop your phones going dead when you're filling application forms out. And you've got business cards if you want, custom made for you right now. It doesn't cost 12,500 Rand, promise. Those you get at rank 7. But they're fully customized for you. You get 500 cards in a pack that you can get out there, plus a whole lot of other bits and pieces that you can get. Go and get those tools before you leave tonight if you're serious about this business. Folks, if you're a wealth engineer, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. It is your number one connection with us. If you are subscribed, it costs you nothing to subscribe. The moment we go live every day, your phone will ping. The moment we add a video, your phone will ping. It connects you to us. Then we want you to download our free app. Go to the Google Play Store or App Store and download it. Put it on your phone. It plugs you straight into your channel in real time with us here at DuePoint. You can see what's going on, your training, your personal documents, your tools, all in that app. Get it. It's free. Use our Wi-Fi. Put it on your phone tonight before you leave. And then, when you're in your app tonight and you load it up, push your name in the top right-hand corner. This picture will come up. There'll be a little blank man there. Push the blank man, and it'll ask you to take a picture of yourself. Take a profile pic. I want an awesome neck and shoulder picture, not the whole lot, not with the dogs and the kids, just you, okay? Profile pic of you, and when you do that, you automatically get 1,000 XP towards our rewards program. That's rank 1. It's XP done already by simply taking a picture in your app with us this evening. Make sure you do it for that 1,000 XP before you leave this evening. Folks, people get very excited about DuePoint. They go out there and they do a few things wrong. They do a lot of things right, but they do a few things wrong. We have a code of conduct I want you to read. It's on your app and it's on our application form when you're filling it out. that tells you what you can and can't do. There's a lot of regulation that governs this business, many of which you do not know, you have no clue about, but you could well be breaking. And so there's 5 things I want you to remember. If you remember nothing else, I want you to remember the following 5 things. Firstly, do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to be one. I'm serious with you. There's costs involved in this. You don't pay fees to be here, but you are going to have data costs, transport costs, mobile costs. There are costs involved. If you cannot afford them, don't become a wealth engineer. It's just going to make your life more miserable. Okay? Make sure you select the right people to put in your channel that they can afford to be wealth engineers in our system. Folks, if you do not have access to the internet and do not know how to use a smartphone or a computer, do not become a wealth engineer. This business is completely online. There's no paper application forms. There's no brochures. There's no gazebos. Okay? This is an online business. You need to be au fait with the internet and computers and smartphones. And then, folks, do not become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. If you can't get around, you cannot connect people to us. You don't have to come to our offices. You never have to return here again. Our entire system is online, but you will need to move between people. And I promise you, if you can't move, it's going to be very difficult for you to build your channel with us here. Now, if you do become a wealth engineer, there are, 4 things I don't want you to do. Firstly, don't ever fill an application form out on behalf of someone else. It is illegal and fraudulent. Folks, in our application form, you are going to tick boxes that do things like give me authority to debit your bank account. You're going to tick a button that says, I agree to the terms and conditions of your products. You're going to tick another button that says you agree to the code of conduct that we have with you. How can you fill that out on behalf of someone else? How can you? You can't. And it is a criminal offense. Please do not ever fill the form out on behalf of someone else. If you're thinking of your granny in the Midlands, you go, she'll definitely join, but she's never used a computer and still on a landline, and you're going to call her up and say, Granny, just give me your details, I'll fill it out. First of all, you're breaking the law. Second of all, she'll never grow your channel for you. Promise. Do not do it. Connect the right quality individuals to your channel if you want to succeed here. Then, folks, do not add any direct family members to your channel. We do not allow the stacking of family members. Every family member must have their own channel in DuePoint that can't be underneath you. Then, do not start your own DuePoint Facebook after tonight. This is the one that really kills me. It slays me. Every night I go to bed with more gray hairs because of this. Folks, you are welcome to use your own personal Facebook page to engage with people about DuePoint. Do not start your own DuePoint Facebook page. DuePoint in Mpumalanga, DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Help Desk. You are not to DuePoint. You have a tool of ours, that's all, and it is in breach of our code of conduct, and you're actually breaking laws by purporting to be us when you are not us. Do not do that. Also, do not advertise DuePoint anywhere. Your task is not advertising. Your task is connecting individuals to DuePoint. Do not run ads or create web pages that have anything to do with DuePoint on them. Use your personal connections to connect people to your channel. And then lastly, folks, don't send people to DuePoint. Oh my word, I saw a website that had been formed about DuePoint last night saying, I live in Nelspruit, but if you want to join DuePoint, just go to DuePoint's head office and they'll look after you. Folks, we will not look after your people. That's not our task. That's your responsibility. Whoever you bring and want to connect to DuePoint, you bring and you connect to DuePoint. We won't look after them. Okay? Certainly don't put on your Facebook or on your web pages that they can just come here and be looked after by us. We won't do it. And also, folks, do not send out your W number like broadcast it. Broadcast to the whole world my W number. Sign up underneath me. They're never going to do it. It's a very disappointing exercise. Someone else will sign them up, and then we'll have tears. Here, no, I did all the work, and then they signed up. Take responsibility for everybody that you want to connect to the DuePoint system. Folks, 49 days. My wealth engineers who are out there, wealth engineers at DuePoint, 49 days. What number are you waiting for before you put your foot down on that pedal and start accelerating? Are we going to make this the best Christmas you've ever had? That's a question only you can answer. I can do nothing. We always say this is like a voluntary charity organization here. You're not hired by me, so I can't put any pressure on you. I can't fire you. I can't nothing to you. It is in your hands how amazing the next 49 days are. For you, not for me. Sure, yes, we're not doing this for our health. We're also going to make profit out of it. But for you, the next 49 days can be absolutely life-changing, or it can be like the last 49 days. That's a decision I'm leaving up to you now. Wealth engineers, 49 days, and it's really, the year is over. put your foot down now. Let's get serious about what we're doing. Let's get that new Apple iPhone in our pockets, and let's make it absolutely amazing this Christmas. 7 days before Christmas, we want you celebrating, not feeling disappointed. Let's get out there and let's crack. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. You can see by what we've done, who we are, the technology and tools we give you. We want you to be part of this. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. Ask the people who brought you here this evening. Don't walk out of here tonight without this tool. Get serious with us, and let's be part of the solution here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.